of you might know where we are. Some of you might not. But we've called it Deep Mountain in the past. Deep Mountain Swimming Hole. That's not its name. It's close to it. It's how I remember it. There's a few people here. For the way the parking lot is set up, just being an off-road, like parking in the trees and shit, it's pretty amazing how many people have found it. But then again, 'tis the season, so there's probably people swimming, and that's my goal today too, is to get in the water. I'm hiking in water shoes. Yes, it's hurting my feet very badly, but it's also part of my grounding technique. So the humans are going to be down to the right. We might go in the water over here. It's only 70 degrees today, and it got down in the 50s every night this week. Goes a little chipmunk. I'll give you guys a good look. There goes another chipmunk. I'll give you guys a good look over here. And this is like where the Sasquatch hang out, on the other side there. Let me see if I can. Tried to clean up the lens a little bit. So yeah, there's actually people down a ways. They're in the water. They're jumping in. Look, we're going too. We're going too. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be real cold, but we're going too. Look at this. This is a nice little, if you wanted your own private section, you could come right down here. So right on that bend, it's so beautiful here. It's so beautiful here. But yeah, we're gonna go ideally, because down there, where those people are, is where it's deepest. So nobody really comes this way. This is more of a game trail. I got these little rocks here. This is it. This is as far as you can go, because the rest is, there's somebody who, he's like, people would consider him a hermit, I guess. But he lives in a cabin up there on top of that hill, and he takes his privacy very, very seriously. Let's say it that way. So we don't encroach. I've seen eagles like land up there and all sorts of shit. A lot of beautiful, beautiful things happen down on this river bend. But again, in order for me to go around the bend, I have to go across, right? Basically what I do is I have to go across. It's freezing, just for those who are wondering. And then that's one way to get in, and then, but again, there's a place over here where I was going to put my tent one time on this side, because I seen somebody do it. These are the areas you want to come. And you want to test, right? Test your own. Push down as hard as you can and see what kind of impression you make. And then go from there. So if you see anything pressed in deep, see, this is probably deer. If I had to guess. It gets pretty deep right there. Surprised. It's about 2 foot, give or take. See, like that. See, now what we want to do is we can see clear. This is just, I want you to understand that's a human footprint. But what you do is, in case you're wondering, you go near it and you push down as hard as you can and you see what your foot does. Being it's on a bank, what happened there was chances he slid in and it dug in, and that's what made it so deep. That is way too perfectly round to be anything besides a boot or a sneaker or a water shoe. Look how deep it gets here too. Oh shit, that's deep. Wow. So we're also testing the wetsuit. So it's still cold. It's still cold. But I wouldn't be able to stand here like this. I would not be able to stand here like this comfortably without it on. Let's go a little deeper. Yeah, so now we're about almost waist deep. And I'm able to just stand there without shivering. That's a big difference. 3mm. They make them thicker. This is just a starting point. I have to figure out how to return another one, because it was way too small for me. Way too small for my build. Would you guys want to come up here? Come camping? We'd go basically, what we'd do is, I have another spot too. I have a few more spots. Some is private land. This is obviously known about, this location. When we come in the off season, nobody comes here. But that being said, if anybody would be into it, I'm gonna be camping on that side. So what you do is you come just past that tree. There's some rocks there, and that's the land bridge. So unless it's flooded, this gets really deep here. Like sometimes these rocks are covered in water. Right now they're not. It's pretty dry. This is weird. It's really weird. A lot of geodes. Oh, they're like mud balls. It's interesting. That's really weird. That's really weird, right? They're like perfectly created, like, huh. I wonder who made all those. Exploding rock bombs. Yeah, so we'd be camping up here. So you take the land bridge from right over there. So we take the trail in, and then the land bridge right there, and then come straight across. And we'd go right up in here. And there's a huge mountain that goes up and up and up and up. And there's a river on the other side. So this bend, this isn't Esopus Bend, but there's the bend in the Esopus Creek goes around. And so you only have to hike about 200 yards before you hit water again. But you could go that way forever up the hill. So this is the land bridge I was telling you about right here. And this is big, deep mountain swimming hole. Right here. And these kids are jumping off. So yeah, this is the land bridge. It's kind of, at the moment, it's kind of got a little bit of flow, but there's times where it just comes straight and covers all of this. It's really fun to stand in this part. Pretty powerful, but not so powerful. But when you walk against it, you notice that I can almost guarantee you there's arrowheads in here. I don't really know what to look for. But yeah, sometimes these are just completely buried. These rock things that those kids are on, sometimes they're just completely buried. Alright, let's go up this way. Oh, there's a stairway. A lot of algae. Oh. Oh. Hey, buddy. Okay. Yeah, look, something big stepped here. That, I guess, well, I don't know. Look at all these weird sticks right here. My guess is that's a bear, though. My guess is that's a bear. A lot of bugs right here. Okay. Rock pile. They brought their little floaty things. I'm gonna try to give them privacy and best I can. Try to separate myself. You see what I mean though? So sometimes these rocks are completely underwater. Look at all this stuff that's been on that side. Look at all the different things that have been on that mud pile.
Hey guys, my dog took off. He's a 30-pound black terrier. His name's Daisy.
I'll keep
Give these guys my card if you see her.
I'll keep an eye out.
How long ago did you lose her?
An hour ago.
Where at here?
Well, I was at Little League on the fall.
Okay. Yeah, and she went past it?
I don't know where she went.
All right.
Christine just walked all the way from here down to there and didn't see her, so she may have gone on the other side.
All right, I'm gonna put a blast out.
Daisy.
All right, so that's it for here. It was busy, and I didn't want to encroach on anybody's privacy and shit like that. So, but the water's nice. It's cold, really cold. The deeper you go, the worse it gets, by far. But it is what it is. When you're sharing public space like that and there's a lot of people, nobody's really staying for too long, kind of coming and going. It's very, very typical. It's very typical of this location. It's like an easy in and out. So the few that know about it, the locals and people who visit frequently, it's a quick in and out, so it's amazing to bring kids. It's a short hike in. There's water right away. I mean, right away. So, and then there's even actually a wide trail on the backside. On the other side, way back there, there's actually a wide trail, and it's really easy to take. If you wanted to, you could push a damn stroller on it, you know, or if you had some kind of disability where you were on like crutches or prosthetics or anything to that effect. I mean, it's a super, super easy hike. I can't even clear the lens. I apologize, guys, but I'm soaking wet. All I have on is a suit. Let's see. Might have did a little justice. Yeah, one slick rock is a slip and fall that will end me having a cell phone. Oh, see, this is right here. It's important to me to get this kind of stuff. Very important to me. That's one of the main reasons I enjoy magnet fishing, is because honestly, you become a trash man. There's really not a lot of glory involved in it. The chances of catching something amazing are slim to none. That's just my experience. I'm sure you could go better places, like bridges and things like that, or swimming holes like this, where people might lose things. I don't know. You know, my buddy Metal Detects, my buddy Jay, you guys have probably seen him around the channel. I have other friends that do it too, but anyway, Jay is the most active guy I could think of. And he finds all sorts of stuff. And he goes to the same beach. So now there's another guy I know at the VA, older gentleman, and he goes to some of the more beaches that are west, and they're very busy. I mean, very busy. And he finds a lot. Finds a lot of things. And, you know, up to 24 karat gold, you know, worth hundreds, to wedding rings. And what he does is, some of you have heard this before because you've seen him around, but what he does is he posts that he found a wedding ring, and he'll give kind of a general area, or he'll go looking for people who go on like public sites like Facebook or Craigslist or whatever, and say lost wedding ring in this area, and if found, please, you know, maybe they'll say there's a reward or whatever. That was slippery. I just cut my foot on that one real bad. That's a bleeder for sure. Hopefully the Demogorgon don't come out. Alright guys, that's it. I'm gonna head out here in about a minute, and I'm gonna turn this camera off and enjoy this for a little bit by myself. Probably go sit out on that rock or something. Alright, thank you so much for being here. Oh, so the end of that is like they'll link up and communicate, and then he'll have them describe it. And if they describe it down to a T, you know what a woman knows what her wedding band or engagement ring looks like, So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. If I add anything to this video, you'll know it because it'll keep going. Thank you all so much. 26,000 we hit. Thank you so much. All right, so I came down over here. This gets super deep over here. You can see all the mud I kicked up. There's like another rock that big down below it. Basically an upside down mirror image. There's this shallow incline right here. Doesn't look like much, but it's enough because it's slippery rocks. And with the falling water, you could tell that was built to try and keep it so that these rocks, somebody sits here and hangs out or something. You know what I mean? Or they want it to go around for whatever reason. That looks like it might be a structure right up there. Whoa. Whoa. This is private land back here, so we're not gonna encroach too hard, but somebody owns land up there somewhere. I've actually never been. I've never been down this far. Clearly animals use it quite often. There's deer. I don't know where that man's house is, but I know it's up there somewhere. A little fish jumped over there. You don't usually see too many fish. Wow. This is serene back here, huh? Holy shit. Imagine if your house was up there and all you had to do was walk down that ridge and get here. See, this reminds me of Jay's place, the private land that we use. That's what this reminds me of, his strip of river. Same river, different. Well, actually, as far as the river goes, it's probably only a few miles. See, that is toes. Look at that shit. That's some toes. Look at the heel. That's toes. So I don't know. Huh. It's not all of them. It might be 3 or 4 toes. And look at this here. Let's go back to it. Like when I press down in here, even if I push my toes in, like it doesn't do that. It might be a double deer step. It's the only thing I could think of. Beautiful, huh? And then it's really deep on that side. Really deep. There's some rock ledges. Alright guys, I'm out of here. I'm gonna enjoy this. See you soon.